Doke. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Let me see. I was listening to my music. I hate not having my music on this Saturday, but you know what it's like. I'll get into trouble again. Yeah, get into trouble again. Oh dear. There we are. Got us now. Sound is down. Live chat is on, and we're cooking with gas. Jenny, my gorgeous Jenny. Good afternoon, lovely Jenny. Good afternoon. How are you? Thank you for coming in to talk to me this afternoon. That's very kind of you. I appreciate all your time, everybody that comes in. I do appreciate you coming in and saying hello to me. I'm in the middle of, listen, I don't know what's going on the past couple of days, but good things are happening for me. Good thing for a change. For a change, I'm scared because a lot of nice things have happened to me, right? And see, when that happens, usually that means something terrible is going to happen. So, I'm just reading somebody's comment on YouTube there. I don't know if you have noticed, right? But look at the ribbons I'm wearing. Hold on a minute, it's outside, isn't it? Can you see this? I got my bag. I got my bag today. Oh my goodness! And I'm going to show you it. It's just too good. Listen, I've got the boxes on my table as if they're ornaments. I'm not even kidding. Look, see the orange boxes over there? They're on the table. They've all go in my bedroom. They boxes. Well, listen, there's a lot of. Do you know? I'm sitting here with a Louis Vuitton bag, and I'm propping these up on a hair bauble because I haven't even got these a new house yet. What kind of friend am I? What kind of friend am I? But I did get the bag for nothing. I got it sent to me. Let me just say that right now. I can't afford stuff like that, right? I'm a broke bitch. But I will show you that. I've got a lot to talk about today because, oh no, there's a DOG out there. Poppy, no. Poppy, you don't need to save the house. We're all right. Poppy, thank you for your help, but no thanks. Jenny, I'm awful glad you enjoyed coming in. Did you catch me last night? See, I don't know who was in the chat, but last night was great. What a night I had. See, yesterday, just getting to my astronomy club was excellent because, as you know, I've not been for a couple of weeks. Not that I didn't want to, I just couldn't. But last night was great. I enjoyed it. Where's my book? I've got notes to talk. I sit there and take notes for you. I sit there and take notes in my notebook. And I took notes last night again. Also, my beautiful coins. Look, see, I don't want to be going into my bag all the time, but I'm prepared. I've got a handkerchief in the back of the book in case I need to blow my hooter. In Scotland, when we talk about hooters, it means nose. It's not hooters. It's not that kind of hooter. Did you get it last night, Jenny? Oh my God, what a night! So I've got notes, lots of notes here that I've wrote down. I sit and go, all right, okay. Look, a lot of it does go over my head. I can't even kid them all. Look, we'll get into that. But first, let me get my other book because I need to do my business. I need to say thank you to everybody that's in my wee club. Here, Jenny, you're a moderator. You have got new tools. I don't know what tools you have got. But there you are. Jenny, I don't know what tools you've got, but see if any trolls come in. There's a lot of stuff you can do now. Take a fiver out their purse for me and give it. No, okay. I don't know what it is. I got a wee notification saying moderators have got new tools. So there you are, Jenny. You've got, I don't know what you've got, but you've all got something new. You should check it out. Yeah, Jenny, I don't know what you've got. It's hold on a wee minute till I briefly click up here. I think it tells me. It's Participants toggle moderation activity, pop-up chat toggles, timestamps. I don't know what all that means, right? I really don't. But you've got new stuff anyway to play with. See if somebody comes in that's an a-hole. Oh, virtual Papa Dinosaur. Listen, dinosaurs are my thing. Well, not just my thing, the grandson's thing. Hold on a minute. Look at the dinosaur tent. We've got a dinosaur tent. We've got dinosaur toys. And not only that, I've got a huge dinosaur tattoo in the back of my leg for the grandson. So we do love our dinos in this chat. Yes, my Tingle Pink, how are you, my beautiful? Yes, my Tingle Pink, how are you? Yeah, yes, my Tingle Pink, you also, because you're a moderator. You've got new tools. Oh, I know you by a different name, Virtual Papa Dinosaur. Do you want to tell me your real name? Because, you know, see if you're one of my trolls, it's like, do you know what? I've just wanted to come in with a different name just to tell her she's fat and ugly. You know what I mean? Oh, my God, my Scott. Oh, Scott, what a beautiful, beautiful couple you and your wife are. Let me just say that right now. My heart has been warm looking at your wedding photos and everything. Everybody, Scott had just got married to the most beautiful young lady, and they went to Disney, my most favourite place, for their honeymoon. And Scott, did you go into the Dino Cafe? There's a Dino Cafe in it used to be called Downtown Disney, but I think it's called Disney Springs now. But it's a T-Rex or something it's called. We'd been in there and we'd been into the Rainforest Cafe as well. But that's a fantastic one. We took the wee fella and stuff, and it's got roaring dinos and all that kind of stuff. And then there's a dinosaur dig. Look, see there, I'm getting off track now. There's a dinosaur dig as well that the kids absolutely loved. Did you go in? Oh, I'm glad you went into it. Oh, yes. Do you know, Scott, I have not been there since they done, oh Christ, what do you call it? Avatar. I've never been to Avatar World because that wasn't there the last time I went. They were just building that. So I'll need to go back, obviously. Obviously, I'll need to go back to check that out. But thank you so much for coming in, my beautiful Scott. And tell your wife that I think these are beautiful, the most beautiful couple. And I love this. There's my Margaret as well. My God, I am blessed today having all yous in. Margaret, how are you? Margaret, you're a moderator also, so you've got new power. You have the power. See, I want to get the songs on. I've got a lot to talk about. Scott, did you see my tattoo? I've got a big tattoo in the back of my leg. My wee grandson loves dinos. Loves dinos. So, I mean, over there, I'm looking now at a Stegosaurus, a Pteranodon, and a Spinosaurus that's over there. The Banshee, see, that's the one I want to go on. I want to go on that. And you can also buy a wee toy that you put on your shoulder and it moves about and stuff. I want that for me. I'm 51 and I want that. You've not seen my tattoo. Listen, have I got... All right, I'm going to have to... Look, I'm going to stand up and show you. Let's go. My wee grandson loves dinos. So me and the daughters... I'm going over here. Decided when we're getting dino. Sophie got a Loch Ness Monster dino right on her leg. That's what and it's so cute. So she's got like a Nessie dino. Amanda's got like wee brontosauruses, a mummy and a baby one. And I've got this one. Hold on a minute to put you down here. Let me see. See, this is F this. Hold on. Let me see. Can you see it? Where are we? There. Can you see it? It's a granny dino, Scott. Let's see this bloody thing. It's a granny dino and the baby dino and the granny dino's on a wee Lego brick. So there you oh Christ, there. Where am I? Oh no. Oh, for God's sake. There, my back. So there you are. That's the dino. The dino tattoo. You know what I mean? I was like, I want a big one. The girls is like that on their ankles, and I'm like, just do the back of my leg, Dino. Listen, he's only one, Scott. He's only one. But by God, see if this kid doesn't like dinosaurs. We're in trouble. No, the way we're going, he is going to love dinos. He's going to love dinos. We've got songs of dinos. Stomp like a dino. Stomp, stomp, stomp. You know, but we're crazy for our dinos. And as I say, Scott, look, this is where I spent the majority of my day. Look, in there with the dinos. And there's a wee button in there that makes dinosaur noises. Like that. So that's where I spend my days, in the bloody tent. In the tent. Spinosaurus, hold on, wait a minute then, Scott, hold on. Right, I'll bring over a few things. We've got loads and loads of dino stuff, right, but wait till I show you these guys. Wait till I show you this big guy here as well. I'm not sure what kind of dino he is, but I'll show you him in a minute. It was Santa's fault. There's the Spino. Hello. That's the Spinosaurus. Hello, everyone. And he likes to do this and go, run away, run away. I'm crazy, right? That's what he does. And he also sniffs my grandson's wee feet. He's like that. So there's Spinosaurus. And then we've got our Pteranodon. Look at that. We've got him, and he's fluffy. He's so cute. And then we've got him. We've got Stegosaurus. And he likes to roll on it, roll on it, roll. He likes to roll, so that's what he does. And Santa also got him this bad boy. Look at this guy. I'm not sure what he is. Any ideas, MD? He's a cute dino anyway, but you sit on him and he bounces. So, I mean, the house is absolutely full of dinos. We're dino crazy in this house. Absolutely dino crazy. Between the dinosaurs and the space talk, that's what this is about. It kind of does look like a triceratops, doesn't it? But he's missing. Oh well, he couldn't really have spikes on his back, you know, because you know the kids sit on him. He's one of the bouncy things, and they hold these horns here and bounce. So and he cute. This is my life now. This is my life. This kind of stuff that's going on. So Scott, how have you been? I've not heard from you for a while. How are you doing? I hope you let your beautiful wife know that I think she's so pretty, by the way. Absolutely beautiful. And I've seen some of your wedding photos and I was just about crying. Catherine, good afternoon, my lovely Catherine. Mona, good afternoon to you. My goodness, thank you so much for coming in to spend time with me. Thank you so much. Kay, thank you very, very much for coming in as well. My goodness, right, I better do my business because I'm going to forget. You know what I'm like? I've got loads to talk about. Loads of stuff today. Loads of stuff. Right, what book? See, I've got all these books as well. I don't know what. No, it's not that book. It's this book. Look at me, been dead important. Oh, here, I'm going to use a laugh. Oh, my goodness, that is so... Oh, Scott, you're going to need to send me pictures of the wee doggy. You know what I'm like with dogs. You need to send me a wee picture. So look at my pen as well, guys. Like a wee snow globe pen. So let me do my business first of all. I want to thank you all, first of all, for just being my friends and being on here and talking to me and stuff like that. I'd be sitting here talking to myself if it wasn't for you guys. So I want to thank everyone that's in my wee club. If you're not in the club and if you've got money to do so and want to, you can join the club. But I would hate MD to join the club when I know funds are low for everybody now. So I love you all, but I'm going to give everybody a wee shout out. Okay, that's in my wee club. So I want to thank lovely Bex. Thank you so much, Bex. And Marin, thank you, my Marin. Thank you very much. Margaret's in the chat. Gorgeous Margaret. Margaret, you're a vision. Thank you so much, lovely Margaret. Tash, thank you so much, lovely Tash. Scottish Bluebell, thank you, Scottish Bluebell. Sarah Louise, thank you so much. Celia, thank you very much, Celia. Angela, thank you so, so much. Moramic or Momic, thank you very much. Lydia, thank you, my Lydia. Melania, thank you so much. Carolyn, thank you very much. There's a wee thing about Carolyn I want to talk about as well after I do this. Carolyn, thank you so much. Edgeverse Mar, thank you, Edgeverse Mar. Lovely Stuart, thank you so much, Stuart. Lindsay, thank you so much, Lindsay. My golfer girl, my angel, thank you so much. Vera, my gorgeous Vera, my granny, my fellow granny, thank you. My sister Em, we had a wee laugh the other night. I'm going to be touching on that as well. Thank you so much. Mysterious deleted channel. I still wanna make love to you on a Saturday afternoon. Thank you, Mysterious channel member. Thank you so much. Joyce, thank you so much. And my lovely Sloth Queen, thank you so much. And Caitlin, Charlene, and Elle, thank you very much to you. You give me a wee PayPal donation every month, and it's very much appreciated. Thank you, guys. Thank you all very, very much. Okay, now my Carolyn that you heard me talking about today is everybody that's a regular in here will all know that our man had passed away like a few weeks ago, and today is a memorial service. So I would just like to raise a glass and wish the man that rest in peace, and the rest of the family, my heart's with you, and I hope from now on you can look back in good memories and your heart be filled with happiness instead of the heartache that everybody's going through at the moment. Time is a great healer. I mean, you'll always miss the person, but as time goes on, you can look back in fond memories and be happy. So I'm raising a glass to you today, Carolyn, and all of your family, and my heart's with you all. Yeah, it's a wee shame. It's a wee shame. So it is. And she comes in here all the time, and she's not that far away from me. So I think I'll need to get her up for coffee one day if she wants to come up for a wee cuppa, and we can shoot the shit, as they say. Have a wee talk and stuff. Because I'm only like 5 or 10 minutes away from her. So I'll need to do that one day as well. I'll need to do that one day. So listen, guys, last night it was almost like a spiritual experience I had. I swear, it was like, oh, I can't even put into words the way I felt last night. If you don't know, I was away to my astronomy club. Here, hold on a minute, right? First of all, I'm going to give you a wee laugh, right? Let me start off with giving you a wee laugh. Those of you who weren't on the stream with me driving home last night, right? I'm going to give you a wee laugh right here. So there it is, picture it, right? Picture the vision. There's me, and I walk into the meeting, and there's like a lot of people in there that's very intelligent. And Jackson, good afternoon, good afternoon. Really intelligent. In fact, there's this guy, that lovely guy, gentleman, that I was talking to, and he does physics, or he's got I don't know, right? These people, they're like mathematicians and stuff like that, right? And then there's me sitting, winging it. So I'm turning around and I'm listening to him and this guy talking, right? And I've not got a clue what they're talking about. It's all like mathematics and pi and square roots and gigabytes and all this, right? And I'm just like that. And he says to this other guy, yes, it's like high school, second year of high school physics that we're talking about. And I went, listen, I've got to stop you right now because, listen, I was rubbish at school. I don't know anything about physics at all. I says, in fact, I came out of school and I went to college, I says, for mechanical engineering. Right. No, Jackson, I know. Right, I went, and they went, and they all, look, they all turned around and went, oh, did you? We were just talking about that, These guys make rockets, right? Let me put that out there. These guys make satellites, and they're going to be launching one for up in the north of Scotland, right? That's the kind of guys these are. And I'm like, oh, hi. I done mechanical engineering. I did. That is not a lie. I done mechanical engineering for a year, 1 year. And it was like when I was 15, 16, and I got a certificate and I was the best in the class. Oh, that's true. That I tell you, oh, that's true. and I'd done fabrication and welding and woodwork and electronics and motor vehicle. I'd done all of that, right? So anyway, these guys that are really into, oh, did you? Mechanical engineer? I'm going, aye. And they're going, oh, tell us about that then. And all of a sudden I had court, as they say, right? I'm the centre of the attention. So here I start believing my own shit and thinking I'm important. And I'm like, oh, aye, I done mechanical fabrication and welding. And they're going, fabrication and welding and electronics. And they're going, we were just talking about that, how we could be doing with, someone with electronics. Right? And all of a sudden, it dawns on me, Linda, you're digging yourself in here. These guys are going to be assembling a bloody rocket and think, do you know what? We need a mechanical engineer for this. We need a fabrication and welding person immediately. What are we going to do? Here, what about the lassie that comes to the club with the pink hair? She's one. Listen, and I'm going to need to spend a whole night or a couple of nights on YouTube looking up fabrication and welding bloody videos. That's what I'm going to need to do. I've dug myself in now. Kidding on that I'm bright and stuff, and I'm not. I know. I'll be on the bloody news like that. Never mind the new First Minister of Scotland. There's going to be me. There's going to be me like that. Me and these really intelligent folk that have made this bloody rocket. I'm going to need to wing it, guys. I'm going to need to wing it. If they want a welder, I'm just going to need to put the gear on and hope for the bloody best. And see, if I make an arse, I'm just going to need to say, the equipment was faulty. That's not the right way. That's not the welding tool I used back in the 80s. I'm going to need to just bloody wing it. So that was me last night. But I felt a bit proud of myself. Oh, I did do mechanical engineering here. I can talk. So I was believing my own hype there. I was kind of hyping myself up and believing it. Like, oh, look at me, I'm dead. These guys, as I say, this guy was going to be a maths teacher teaching maths and decided he didn't want to do that job because he wants a job with like aeronautics. That's his ideal job. So that's what he's going for. Right, this is the kind of guys that I'm talking to, and I'm like, oh, aye, I've welded a couple of bits of metal together that are shaped like that. I've welded a bit of metal that's like that onto that. I've done that. Jenny, I kind of got away with myself. I was like, look at me go. Because everybody stopped talking when I done that. And I was like, we call it taking court. And I was like, taking court, right? I was like the centre of the attention talking about my education. And I've got to laugh when I say that because I've got zero. The only education I've got is life skills. That's it. Life skills is my and childcare, right? that's my degrees. That's what I've got a degree in, and bullshit probably as well. Bullshit. But oh my God, I couldn't have moved. See, when I thought about it, when I was leaving, I was talking to everybody in my live stream. I thought, I've dug myself a hole here. These guys have already been thinking, where can we find a mechanical engineer? And hey ho, there I am walking in like that. Oh, I've done that. Oh, aye. Look, you can't take me places. I think we all know that by now. You cannot take me places, especially serious places like this. I'm just going to need to go, look, this was way back in the 80s, and I'm like 51 now. I forgot everything. Everything I forgot. I used to know everything about, mechanical engineering, but no, I don't. Jenny, I was looking, look at me, I was all go. But anyway, see, after that, right, where's my notebook? Let's bust the notebook out, because as I say, I did take certain notes of what we were doing. Space news was the first topic of conversation, 24th of February, which was yesterday. And thank God the cosmonauts are being rescued. If you didn't know, weeks ago I told you the cosmonauts were stranded up there in the space station. Catherine, I was believing my own hype. I was like, look at me, I'm important for a minute. Because, see, for a long while, I was just listening to their conversations like that, and it was all about square roots and gigahertz and megahertz and balloons and stratospheres and all that stuff I can't even pronounce. Do you know what I mean? And then I chime in, oh, I didn't make it. Oh, and what did you? Oh, I done that. So that was me. F. Right, so anyway, cosmonauts. Wait, there's some kind of sabotage. There's something going on. Something happening, right? The cosmonauts that have been stranded up there, if you didn't know, their Soyuz capsule was punctured, right? Leaking, jetting stuff out into space, like that. So they couldn't get home. So they've been stranded up there, these cosmonauts, for a long time. Oh, it didn't. And Jackson, see, this is it. I'm full of bloody knowledge. Look at me go. So, right, they've sent up another Soyuz capsule, and there was a Soyuz capsule already on the space station. So they've let that go. That Soyuz capsule had food and stuff in it, right? So they let that go. And guess what? That was leaking as well. 2 Soyuz capsules. What's the chances? What's the chances of that? See, if you'd have put that on in the bookies, you'd be a millionaire by now. You'd be, I'm going to put that bit on. I bet you 2 Soyuz capsules are going to be leaking stuff. So that happened, space news. So at least these guys are going to get home, these cosmonauts that are up there. I mean, I know nobody wants to talk about Russia and all that, but these guys have been up there in the space station. They've got nothing to do with what the hell's going on. So hopefully these guys can get home. I'm losing faith in the Soyuz capsules, to tell you the truth. I mean, that's 2 that have been like. I'm kind of wondering. Anyway, so that was the first thing. That was the first thing, and the next thing is the Starship that's in. Remember, I didn't even know that SpaceX. What kind of SpaceX person am I? I didn't even know that in New Mexico or Texas, they've got a big spaceport, SpaceX. And they've got a big Starship thing that they've been building. Well, they've done a fire test that was really quite spectacular, actually. And what they done was they blew up the booster rocket on purpose to see what happens or something, right? So, no, that's great for our environment. I mean, I did think that while I was watching this. I was like, that's not very good for the environment, that. They blew it up to see what would happen on this test, right? And I don't know what the results were, right? That went over my head. But I found out that the Starship can lift 150 tons of stuff. 150 tons. That means that it can take my weight. Should Elon Musk want to go up there if he's looking for a wee Scottish woman or something like that? Pink hair, metal leg. You know, I'm your woman, Elon. I'm your woman, and a SpaceX on my face. So there we are. I'm more qualified than the astronauts. I'll be right. Do you know, I wrote to NASA. I've never wrote to Elon Musk. I've tweeted him, but that's not the same thing. I need to get a wee letter in his inbox, Elon. Right. Now, wait till I tell you this. Even I know this is a bad idea, right? I was like, listening to this idea. Even me, that's just this mechanical engineering, knows this is a terrible, terrible idea. I don't know who thought this idea up, but it's really, really bad. Some person has decided, do you know, it'd be a great help to the Earth? You know how we've got global warming and stuff like that? Do you know what we should actually do? We should get the dust for the moon dust, and we should just cover the sun with it. We should just take the moon dust and just cover the sun, and then that will help the Earth, right? So the person that was talking was like, that's a bad idea in so many things, right? First of all, it's going to mess up our moon. It's going to mess up the moon. The moon does the tides and stuff like that, right? The moon's a big deal for Earth, right? We need our moon. So, that was going on. And then somebody said, and it could be the end of Earth. And I was thinking, that's a bad idea. See, if it might be the end of Earth, I think we shouldn't be doing that. And I don't think that's going to work. The sun, if you didn't know, the sun has got solar flares. Mind, I talked about that. Bursts of energy, like that, right? Somebody's wanting to blow up the moon so that the dust goes on the sun. What kind of lunatic? Even, as I say, even me with just a mechanical engineering certificate knows that's a bad idea. So everybody in the room decided, we were all like, oh, that's crazy. And I was going to know that is, look, I'm thinking that's crazy too. I was like, one of them. It was one of them. I know, Catherine. I know. Listen, see if I was one of the cosmonauts, so I'd be a bit worried. Peter, wait to get my barman in. Catherine, that's why I think aliens are visiting us. Could you get me a wee drink down? Mind fill it all the way up with ice. Thank you. That's why I think the aliens are watching us, because they're thinking, what the hell are they up to? Because see what we're doing to our planet. I mean, we're not just the only ones in this whole solar system, right? I mean, it's a big place. A big place. And see us ruining the planet and stuff like that. It's going to have I can't even say that word. Repercussions for the rest of space. So the aliens are looking at us and thinking, what are they up to? Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Right, so that happened as well. The moon does. And I've got a wee mark there going, crazy. See that? That was me saying like that. The writing's terrible because it's kind of in the dark. We're watching videos, so that's why my writing's so bad. I can't even pronounce this, but they found a new brown dwarf planet. They don't call it a star because it's going to be a certain size before they call it a star. I didn't know that. It's just like a ball of gas. I thought they were all stars, but if they're small, they're not called that. They're called brown dwarfs or dwarf planets or whatever. So, the 6 ancient, that's been in the news recently, that they've found these new galaxies, right? Found these new galaxies. They've known about these galaxies for a long, long time, right? I don't know why it's like out in the news, like, we have just found these galaxies. But anyway, giant ancient galaxies that are, and they're 12.5 million years old. These galaxies, 12.5 million years old, these galaxies. So that is crazy. But the last thing I've wrote that's the most crazy thing, apart from myself being an arsehole, was here in the town I stay, there's a factory that's making rockets. Do you know, I even looked them up. I looked them up today, and sure enough, there they are in my hometown. Make it, and they've got a whole thing about employment, right? But you need, and it's like specialist and specialist engineer, and they've got a rocket, thanks down, the rocket scientist, and they've got all this stuff. I'm looking at them and looking at what you need, you know, at least 5 years of this and 7 years of this and stuff, and I'm thinking, I don't think I'm qualified. I think I'm qualified for that job. There you are, didn't you know that? Oh, see that Jackson. I've not seen that, but I can believe that he would do that. The man is absolutely batshit, and he really, he is absolutely. I know I should get my CV printed. Mechanical engineering, right? And I got a B in childcare. That's that. Oh, ASMR videos. That's about it. I should get in. There should be like, you know, metal leg and all. I'll just whiz about in a wheelchair or something like that. That's what I'll just do, whiz about. So that was last night's talk. But that was like the space news. And then after that, we had some of the members doing me talks and stuff. Look, I've already said to the lady that's like one of the like chair people in the group, I'm going to do a talk. I'm going to need to brush up. I'm going to do a talk in the future. I've said to her, I'll do a talk in the future. So people get up and they talk about anything that they want, if it's like space themed or something like that. So one of the guys, you know how the gentleman that I was talking to that does the physicist, him and a few of the friends, they're the ones that are making this bloody rocket, right? That I'm like, oh, mechanical engineer, right? So he was doing a talk about, like, I had no idea. See some satellites that go into space. I don't know about you, right? But see, when I hear we're putting satellites into space, I'm thinking like big objects, like big like radar dishes. I don't know what I'm thinking, but that's big radar dishes like this, right? He was talking, see the ones that they're sending up, they're like 6 centimeters. They're tiny boxes like this. Wee tiny boxes. And they send them up in a huge big rocket, right? They send them up and then they jettison these wee things out. And inside these are tiny like microchips, like 6 or 7 of these microchips. And all these microchips have got so much data and stuff on them. And they're good for a good year or something, he said, that where they put them in the atmosphere kind of thing, that they're good for like a year or something like that. Wee tiny boxes like that. Just wee tiny. I had no idea. In fact, he done a kind of show and tell, and we seen like the size of the wee microchip and stuff like that are in these tiny boxes. So I was quite amazed at that, because I thought satellites would have to be like huge objects, and yet wee tiny, you can put wee satellites up like that, so you can. And not only, I wish I would have took this down. They gave you a price list. We had a price list last night. We had a price list for SpaceX, NASA, Japan or China, all different places that send up rockets and send up satellites. And do you know SpaceX is the cheapest? There you are. SpaceX is the cheapest to get a satellite up there, and it's like companies like TV companies and other kind of companies, and a lot of people like to put satellites up there to watch the forests and planets and stuff, and they're just spy satellites, right? They're just spy satellites, but they say, oh no, we're putting them up. We'd like to see what what it's like in the Amazon now. We'd like to see the foliage, and it's all to do with spying. See, the majority, it's all spy satellites. They're spying in name, and they're spying in name, and they spy on everything. They spy on cities. They spy on military. They spy on everything. In fact, as I said this a few weeks ago, there was one I can't remember if it was it South Korea, somewhere around about Asia. They were spying to see if them had extensions on their house. Extensions, because it's illegal in this part of the world to have extensions on their house. They were sending up these spy satellites to have a look and see if they had extensions on their house. It's getting on. This is it, Jackson. The space debris, the space junk out there is terrible. The space junk is terrible. They just, I mean, if we're not happy enough doing it to the earth, just having junk and stuff like that in the earth, we've got to do it outside the earth. They need to see, back in the day when they first started space flight, I don't think there was a worried about like the planet kind of thing. I don't think it dawned on them, you know, what they were doing to the planet. We all had coal fires, and it was all a thing. Remember, we had aerosol cans that were bad. I mean, we were killing the planet back then, but we didn't know. But now we know better. We know better now. But see this, Jackson, what I'm talking about, the satellites. I think this is a great idea. The wee tiny boxes, satellites like that. Even if they last for a year, they come down. But see, when they come down, they'll burn up in the Earth's atmosphere. They will burn up. If you did see the Earth's atmosphere, I don't know if I've told you this, but see, like when the astronauts come into the Earth, see if they come in too far like this, they will burn up. They'll just burn up on re-entry. They'll just burn up. And if they go too far like this, they'll bounce off the Earth's atmosphere. So they have got to go into what they call a pie-shaped wedge, a wee tiny pie-shaped wedge. They have got to hit to come back into Earth. And the astronauts say it's like going through a fluorescent tube. Like if you can imagine a fluorescent tube, it's like that when they come into this. It's just like fire. That's how they need the heat shields and stuff. So these wee tiny 6 centimetre satellites that last for a year, I think that's way better than having, like, I don't know, like huge satellites that are just floating about out there for eternity, and they come down and burn up in the atmosphere. But it's all about cash. It's all about cash. That's what it is. And spying, obviously. I didn't know. I mean, I knew the folk like to spy on each other, but I had no idea it was as bad as what it was until I started going to my wee group. Or Caesar Terror. Do you know, it breaks my bloody heart. See, when I see like wee animals with, in fact, see MD that buys, like, I don't even know if they do this nowadays, but you used to be able to get like a 6-can of lager or beer, and it had the wee plastic things on. Always cut them, because they can get trapped around turtles and all the rest of it, ducks and things. And even fishermen, be careful with your fishing line and stuff. Plastic. See, back in my day, there wasn't so much plastic. Even like milk, you'd get your milk delivered in the morning, it'd be in a glass bottle, and you would finish your milk, and then you'd put your milk out at night time. The milkman would come and take the milk bottle, clean it, and then put more milk in it and put it to somebody else's door. That's what we're going to need to. We're going to need to be more into things, reusable stuff, instead of all this plastic. We're all going to need to have jars in our house that we can take to the store. And you want cereal, you want cornflakes, you go to the cornflakes dispenser with your plastic thing and dispense cornflakes into that and take it. That's what we need. That's where we should be going. We should be going with that. Catherine, I can't even see rubbish out. See, if I go out there and there's rubbish faced somewhere else that's blue in my driveway, I've got to pick it up and put it in my bin. I can't walk by rubbish. I can't walk by it. I've got to pick it up. It drives me nuts as well. Especially, see, when you go up like kind of north, or see when you go like Loch Lomond and stuff like that, and it's the most beautiful scenic place, right? If it's a nice day, Scotland is beautiful. I mean, it really is gorgeous. And going up there and seeing McDonald's boxes and stuff like that, I'm like, I would have loved to have seen who threw that out, because I would be giving them a bloody piece of, I'd be going full Karen on their ass. That would drive me nuts. I mean, see if me and Sophie went places, we took our rubbish back home, as if you noticed, we took our rubbish back home and then disposed of it properly. Oh, it drives me crazy. Some people just don't give a rat's ass, though, don't you know? They just don't care. They don't care. But I think about more than myself. I think about my grandson and his kids and their kids and what's happening in the future. Oh, Jackson, listen, now what I get. See if I seen you dropped. In fact, I done that. I swear to God, just not that long ago. It was when Amanda had just got her. Me and Amanda were going to view her flat that she got, right. And we were there, and these two guys had come up and were like, oh, we were going to come and have a look at this. All right, if we come in and have a wee look at the layout of the flats and stuff. And we were like, oh, aye, no bother, pal, no bother. So the guy comes up with the keys and stuff, and one of the guys drops rubbish, right? So I'm looking at the rubbish and I'm looking at him. And I'm like, you'll notice it in a minute. You'll notice it. And he looked down and he seen it, and then he just averted his eyes like that somewhere else. And at that, I thought, this arsehole's just going to leave that. And I went, excuse me, I said, you've dropped that there. Oh, so I have. I was like, oh, I seen you looking at it. Get it picked up. Oh my God, Jenny. See, this is it. Rats and stuff like that. It's not so bad now, but see when the hot weather comes and they've no empty. As I say, I've got a dog poo bin over there, a metal dog poo bin. And see, people, they decide to themselves, do you know what? See all this rubbish in my house? I'm just going to take it out of the dog poo bin. They don't even use the dog poo bin for the dog poo. I've got bags. It's when my dogs do a poo, we pick it up in a poo bag and we put it in the poo bin. That's where it goes, in the poo bin. People are just taking rubbish for their house and dumping it in the poo bin. And listen, to Guy Fawkes, they like to put fireworks in the poo bin. I was sitting here, this is God's honest truth. I was sitting here one day, right, and I'm looking, and there's a wee Ned. I mean, I'll call it the way it is, a wee Ned going along the road with his bottle of wine, swinging it. And he just takes a bottle of wine and just smashes it like that on the path right across from me. And I'm looking at him going like that. What the hell? And he just walked away. And I'm sitting thinking, oh, the wee dogs. People take their dogs down there for their W. I've got to talk in code here because they know that word. People take their dog. In fact, my dogs go over there when we're putting the dog poo in the dog poo bin. Just smashed, just glass. And not only dogs, kids go about or play over there and stuff on their bikes. And I couldn't stand it. I swear on my kid's life, I had to go in and get my brush and go away over there and sweep all that up, all that glass up. I couldn't stand it. There's no way I'd be able to sit here knowing that there was glass over there and there was wee animal. That does my head in. It's like, oh, I see if I could have seen the wee Ned, I'd be like, yeah, get out here, clean that up. Did your mother not teach you? That's a lovely idea, N. Jackson, because there is so much bloody litter. Me too. See, I think do you know? See the new. I just think I've had a good life, and I'm living in borrowed time, right? I've no thingies about that with the cancer and stuff like that. I feel as if I should have probably went like years ago. So I've been living it up here and enjoying myself and doing my best to look after the planet. If I can possibly buy something that's in a cardboard box, I would much prefer buy that than something in plastic. I try my best to do the recycling and all the rest of it. Dog poo gets picked up. Dog poo gets picked up, put in a bin and stuff like that. See, by my day, nobody used to pick up dog poo. In fact, nobody used to even take their dogs out a double. I nearly said the word a W, including my mum and dad. We stayed in a flat, right? We stayed in a tenement building in a place called Easter House in Glasgow, right? It was quite rough. And they just used to open their door and just let the dog, out you go. The dog would go out. You'd hear dogs fighting in the back and the dogs mating. And there was just dog poo everywhere. Everywhere there was dog poo. Dog pet. That was back in the day. Yeah, white dog. What the hell was that about the white dog poo? I've never, Mr. Mike and Poppy, I've never done a white dog poo. Is that dog poo that's just been there for a long time and the sun's got it? I don't know. But there used to be a lot of white dog poo. What a topic, eh? See somebody comes in now and I'm like, oh, aye, the dog poo situation, aye. See somebody from my astronomy is like, let's check her channel out. Oh, aye, the dog poo situation. But that, see if I see somebody that's not picking up some dog poo, that also really gets me. Oh, it could be, N. Jackson. Do you know, my mum and dad used to get, it's disgusting when you think it, the dog loved it though, bones for the butcher, and we used to sit and scoop out the marrow, right, and give it, the dog would absolutely bloody love it, right, the dog would be loving this. But see now, I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, jeez. And dogs did, they used to chew on bones. I don't even give my dogs, see the rawhide chews. Wait till you see this one. Look, there's one there. She's my bed buddy. They don't get rawhide chews because I panic with rawhide chews because I think they're too tough. They get rodeos and stuff, you know, softer ones. Oh, that's what they get. I need to get these a new house. That's ridiculous. I've got these balanced on a hair bobble. Right, should I? Do you know, I'll go to the toilet, but I need to show you what I got today. I'm absolutely, I can't believe it. Cannot believe it. Right, well, I'll unplug these. Oh. Right, I'll set these up and you can have a look at this right before I'm going to go to the toilet. Oh, ouch, ouch. Oh, here, I think I've broken a couple of bones in my foot. I don't know if you can hear this, right? Let me try. Can you hear the cracking? I think I broke a couple of bones in my foot last night. Hey, look at that! Oh my god! I see. No, God Almighty! Right, I'll prop these up like that. Prop these like. Look what I've got up there. Right, I'm away to do a peel of the pattern. Are you sitting there with the camera? She's sitting with you guys. She's sitting with you. Look what I got today. Can't believe it. I got my bag. I got my bag today. Open-minded. Oh yeah, I don't give them the rawhide shoes at all because they're too dangerous, I think. Feather, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Or good morning, my open-minded. Is it morning? I've done my video. Wait till I show you this bag. Wait to show you this bloody bag. Now, I can't even explain how I've never owned anything like this in my life. Let me just say that. And I could never afford anything like this. Let me just say that I'm a broke bitch. Right? I couldn't afford anything like this. It's leather. It smells. It smells so good. Sorry to my son and probably N Jackson. I know you're vegan as also. My son's vegan. But this bag was gifted to me to do an unboxing. Right, but here I want you surprise. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't. So inside it, look at the wee things I've got inside. Do you want to see what I've got inside it? I've got my membership with my Lennart, with my membership to my club. I've got a ruler. I mean, who doesn't need a ruler in their handbag? I've got handkerchiefs, I've got a pen, and I've got some soothers for my throat, and my purse. Put my purse in. I'll put my purse in. Purse in the bag. Right. So this bag, I mean, it came with everything. It came with everything, but it's came with this. Right. This is the first thing it's came with. I don't know what you do. Neds will be jumping me in the street. Neds, or they'll try and jump me like they don't know how wily I am. They don't know how wily I am. We Neds try it. I don't know how to attach this, and I'm not even kidding on. I have no idea how to attach this thing. Right, it's got the Louis Vuitton there, and it's got these bits here. I don't know how to. No, I was thinking maybe you put it like that, but then it would just slip through. Am I being daft here? Oh, does it go? Right. I'm daft. Right, so I know how to attach, but where do I attach it? Where do I put it? there's a wee bit here. So I don't know if they're, but I've also got a padlock. A heavy padlock. And it's got the Louis Vuitton. Where the hell did you put the padlock? Oh, open-minded. I'll need to do a Mrs. Doubtwater. Where are you meant to put the padlock? I don't want to put it somewhere you're not meant to have it, and then people laughing at me. Oh, look at her. She's got the padlock in the wrong place. Where are you meant to put the padlock? I mean, there's bits. There's a bit here that I don't know what's for. Everything, by the way, is all stamped. The whole lot of it is. Okay, I don't know where to put the padlock. People will be laughing. We're going, oh, look at her. I honest to God, don't know where you're meant to put it. Oh, right. Does that go like that? Oh, no, that was like that. So if you're closing it, then, right, I get it. That's what that's for. So if you want it closed, you can clip. Right, so if you want it closed, you can clip that bit like that, I suppose. But where the hell does the padlock meant to go? Honest to God, I have not got a clue. This wee bit's got a hole in it, so is it maybe there? I don't know. No. Look at me, I'm a mechanical engineer now. Mechanical engineer with a Louis Vuitton bag. Yeah, I've got the Louis Vuitton ribbon in my hair. I gave me a Louis Vuitton ribbon, so I'm wearing it. Look at me. Oh, Katrina, yeah, I've not even touched on that, have I? Guys, it was honest to God like some kind of spiritual experience I had last night. As I say, I have definitely broke some bones in my foot. I can hear them crunching when I'm walking. And I know you will be like, oh, she should go to the hospital and stuff like that. But look, I've had broken bones in that foot for all my life. I've been breaking bones in that foot, right? That's what's been going on. That's why I ended up getting a metal rod up my leg. And it's always the same as what it is now. When I'm walking, you can hear it cracking. But see, like, in a month or two, it won't crack anymore because it's obviously healed itself or whatever. See if it swells really, really up, I'll definitely go and get it sorted out. But last night, after the meeting kind of thing, it was such a beautiful, clear night. I can't stand it when these are like squinty like that. I need to gaze a new house. Is that better? So I thought I'm going to need to go and have a look through the telescope. Now the telescope is up like winding stairs, and many is there. It's about 5 or 6 flights, right, that you've got to walk up. And that's an awful lot for me with my metal rod in my leg. Do you know what I mean? And I had to, and I had to do it, and I done it. I pushed myself through, and when I got up there, I sat down for a while, you know, to kind of recuperate before I had a look. Anyway, they were sorting out the dome that opened, just a bit of the dome, wherever they're putting the telescope. So they were doing all of that. So it came to my turn to have a look at the moon, and it was a beautiful crescent moon like that. And I thought, right, let's look at the moon. Let's see the moon. See, when I seen it, something happened inside me. I felt like, oh my, I felt like crying, and I felt there was so many emotions all at the one time. And I was just saying, oh my God, I can't believe how beat up it looks. I can't believe how beat up it looks. It's like, I don't even know how to explain it. But when you look at it for here, it looks like a smooth moon. But see up close, it's all lumps and bumps and oh my God, and bright as it was so bright. And I just felt something in that moment. In that moment, I felt some kind of thing. I don't know what it was, but I was almost in tears. And even today, when I was talking about it, doing my makeup this morning, and even now, thinking about it and thinking about how I felt in that moment, I'm almost in tears. It done. The only way I can describe it is like some kind of spiritual thing happening with my soul. Something happened looking at that moon last night, and it was the most wonderful thing. what I went to bed happy last night. I went to bed thinking about that last night. That's what I was thinking about last night in my bed. It was just so amazing. So I would like to see other things. The only thing is getting up these stairs is a problem for me. Open-minded. See, even my makeup video this morning, you'll see it. I'm fighting it to hold back the tears, but they're there. I mean, they're there. Thinking about it, it was just. No, I can imagine me going out into space and looking down in the earth. I'd be like that the whole time. Oh, he's a hanky. That'd be me. That'd be me the whole time, just crying. Oh, look at the earth. You know, like that. Just happy, open-minded, but. I mean, you know that I'm when I say I'm a religious person, I do believe like in God, but I'm also like scientific and believe in that as well. So I'm not I don't even know how to classify myself if there is any classification. Here, I'm going to tell you about a fight I had with this a-hole. In fact, it was just the other day before. M was there with me, my sweet M. But it was like overwhelming, open-minded. It was like a kind of, and you feel when you see something like that with your own eye, it's like you feel how insignificant you are, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm a tiny, tiny speck, and there's this whole beautiful thing out there that we see all the time, and we don't appreciate. We don't appreciate how wonderfully beautiful and magical it is. Right. So look, I am not banned. There's only one person I'm banned for, right, on this, that has blocked me, I should say. There's only one person that has blocked me, and she's an a-hole, right? And you know me, I got on with everybody. This person is a homophobe. I mean, everybody she hates. She hates gays. She hates straights. She hates MD that doesn't believe in her religion. She's the only one that knows about God. You know, if you don't believe exactly what she wants, you're going to hell. She's just, do you know, it gives me vibes. Mind that family that stayed somewhere that had the most terrible signposts about people now. Oh, what was the name of them? Oh, something borough. They were the most hated family in America or something they were called, right? And they used to have terrible pickets, and they used to, right? That's what she reminds me of, that, right? That. So I'm triggered with. Do you know? I used to be in her side, right? Back in the day, she stays in a trailer park, right? No offense to him, in a trailer park. My mum and dad had a caravan, and we loved it. We absolutely loved it, right? So nothing against them. But this lady's caravan in particular was falling apart, right? There was holes in the wall. There was all this happening, right? So everybody had a whip round, right? We had a whip round, and I donated money, right? And I was like, that's for you. I'm donating that money. Everybody was donating money to us, and we raised $3,000, right? We raised for her. And we raised that money for her so she could get out of this trailer. And even if she was going to another trailer, that'd have been great. Or if she could put it down for a apartment or something, just to get her out of this terrible living environment that she was in, right? That's what we're after. That's what we're after. So as soon as she knew this money was there, things turned. Because the money didn't go directly into her bank account. It went into somebody else's bank account, because everybody thought, we're not giving her it directly in case she spends the money on shite. So anyway, cut an awful long story short, she didn't bother moving. She got the $3,000 and spent it in Christmas presents and lights and all the rest of her car, everything like that, right? That's what she spent this money on. So we all felt kind of, I don't know if scam's the word that I'm looking for here, or just like stupid that we donated this money and thought that she was going to move, and she didn't. All the rest. So she also hates gays. She hates gays, and my son is in a relationship with a beautiful young man that I adore and is like a son to me also. So, and I am bisexual, right? So that all this, and I'm a Catholic. So all this is going on, and she hates everything. But the word she used is so hateful, and it's in the name of God, right? She says stuff in the name of God. Now, God would not want hate and all the rest of it, right? And she's always talking about like the Bible says this, the James Bible, King James Bible says this and that, this and that. Now, me personally, you don't need to believe this, but me personally, right, that disbelieve in God. The Bible, I don't think that was that. I do not think that is God's word, because, for instance, there's a part in the Bible that says something like, "You shouldn't walk your sheep through the town at 11 o'clock at night," or something like that. There's some crazy things in the Bible, like you're not allowed to wear tartan on a Tuesday. There's a lot of stuff that you're like, what? That's weird, and like, what the hell? God wouldn't write that kind of stuff, for one, right? And also, I believe God doesn't make mistakes, right? So we're all God's children, so we get to love who we love, and that is it. God put us on this planet to love and nurture each other, and that's what we should do. Do you know God doesn't like hate? God hates hate, right? So anyway, last night or the night before, I'm in our chat lurking, right, as I do. I'm like, oh, for God's sake. Because it's like a car crash. See, when you see it, you're like, you can't turn it off, because I can't believe the stuff that she's spewing for her mouth. So she's spewing all this hatred and horrible, horrible stuff. And I've had enough by this point. By this point, it's the straw that's broke the camel's back. So for the first time in my life, I become a troll. So, but I don't change I come in under my proper name and all that. I'm not hiding. So I come in and I write, God loves his gay children, rainbow, rainbow, rainbow. I'm like, how about do that? How about that? So she keeps going, she's going and going and going, and she starts turning it round into automatically to do with sex. That's automatically, and she starts talking about positions that people get in and all the rest of it. And we all know that she's said that her and her husband haven't had any kind of intimacy in years, right? So she's turning to her husband and going, isn't that terrible that they do this sexual act and that one and this one and that one? So here, me being the troll, I write in the chat, here, your man's getting a wee semi listening to this. Right, I'm starting to troll her. So this girl or lady or whatever called Melissa comes into the chat. She comes into the chat, right, and starts giving it to me. Well, in the Bible it does say. So I'm like, oh, right, really? In the Bible? And all the rest of it, I'm like, so I'm on her like that. Don't talk a lot of shit and all that. And I'm I don't believe God even wrote the Bible, etc. But you believe what you want. You do you. I wrote, you do you. Right? You do you. End of story. So she comes back. What was it she said to me when she came back? Oh, she said, see the horrible term that people say about gay people that begins with the F, calling people the F word, right? She starts using that word, and that is deeply offensive to me. To use that word is deeply offensive. To me, it's like also deeply offensive as using the N word and the R word and all that. Deeply offensive word, right? And it's against YouTube's terms and conditions. It doesn't matter if you've got free speech, right? You can have free speech. When you're employed or in a public platform, there's rules for that public platform, right? You've got to abide by their rules. That's what we've got to do, abide by their rules. And one of the rules is no hate speech and stuff like that. And that is considered hate speech. So I've went on and wrote, ha ha ha, I've reported you, which I did. And I do not do that. You know, I don't do that kind of stuff. But this is it. She shouldn't have a platform, this woman. So I reported her. I put in a form and reported her for hate speech and stuff. So this lassie comes back in the chat, starts giving me lip and saying, listen, over here in the USA, we're allowed free speech and stuff. And I'm right, okay, you're in the USA, I says, but YouTube, there is terms and conditions that you can't break on YouTube. So she comes back to me, talking about the Senate. You should be watching the Senate and stuff. By that time, I'd absolutely had enough. I'd had enough. In fact, M sent me a private message and wrote, "You are cracking me up here in the side chat." And she says, "I can't talk because she's blocked for this woman's chat, right? She's blocked. It's only a matter of time before I'm. She's blocked." She went, "You're cracking me up in this chat." I says to her, "She's getting on my last bloody nerve. My last bloody nerve this woman's getting on, right? She really is getting on my bloody nerves at this point." So at that, I just wrote, "Listen, go and read the YouTube rules and regulations and see once you do that, come back and talk to me, but not before." Mic drop. I was like, look, I do not do any of that on YouTube. I swear to God, all these years I've been on YouTube. I don't troll or anything like that. I really don't. I don't troll. I don't leave bad comments. I don't dislike people's videos. I don't take any of that. But by God, the other day, it was just like, I've had enough of this crap. This should not be on YouTube. This should not be on. Oh, Rafi girl, I was going after somebody. I was getting after somebody because they were using the F word and stuff like that and saying that people that are in same-sex relationships are going to hell and all this kind of stuff, right? Oh, this was going on. And I was like, oh, no. Not in my watch. Let me tell you about God. Do you know what God doesn't like? People that spew hate in his name. And do you know what else? She's stealing toilet roll, apparently, allegedly, this woman. Stealing toilet roll. I'm pretty sure God wrote, "Thou shalt not steal." So, that's good. And anyway, the $3,000 that was meant to be going to a new house and she pocketed it. That is, see, if it was me and I was on doing a fundraiser, I need out here, I need money. Please, can you help me out? Blah, blah, blah. Here's my PayPal. See, if you gave me the money, I would be showing you, this is the receipt to whatever it was that I was meant to be getting, to show you the receipt. That's what I'd be doing. This woman was just like, "Thank you very much. I'm away to Asda. I'm going, everybody's getting a Christmas present this year." So that was me. But M said, I never expected that. I didn't know M would be watching. Rafi girl, I could not stand this woman on YouTube. I could not stand it. I was like, I've had enough of this shit. I really have. I've had enough of it. And she's going, "Well, listen, in the Bible it does say." I'm going, listen, the Bible was wrote with wee guys, that had nothing better to do with their time. In fact, Rafi girl was saying, there's a party that says something like, you're not allowed to drive your sheep through the middle of the town at 11 o'clock on a Sunday or something like that. I really don't think God had wrote that. To me, personally, in my belief, I don't think God wrote that. I really don't. So there's that. so I wrote that in the chat. I was like, no. And she's going, "Nobody's born gay." I'm going, everybody that's gay's been born gay. Who are you kidding? Do you think somebody's just woke up one day and thought, "Do you know what? I think I want to be tormented at school and stuff like that and have people pointing the finger at me. I think I want that." Asshole. So listen, I went off on one. Rafi girl, I don't do that, but listen, my wee fingers were like that. Oh. And I was like, go and do your research and then speak to me. That's what it was like. I'm going, look at me, what's going on? Open-minded, she is. Do you know, I wouldn't even send you her web. Do you know why? Because you would watch her and your soul would die a wee bit. Because every time I watch her, that's what happens. I'm like, listen, this is the kind of woman she is, right? And this is on her channel. I don't know why YouTube haven't took her down yet. She was at a petrol station one day, right? And she's live streaming for the petrol station. And there's an African-American gentleman there. I think that's a proper term to use, African-American. And he was there and I don't know, he ended up having some kind of confrontation with her. And she started calling him the N-word, quite happily calling him the N-word and talking about like, cotton picking and stuff like that. Horrible, horrible terms that are very, very offensive. Very offensive. She started quite happily calling this man that. This is what's going on. And it's on her live stream. And even now, see if you were to say it, she go, I'm allowed to say that. That's what I'm going to say. Well, listen, come to Scotland and try that one. It's not going to end well for you, hen. And Jackson, this is it. See, any kind of, if there was a donation, I'd be showing receipts, times and places and receipts and stuff like that. This woman was just willy-nilly. And I was one of the assholes that had gave money as well. And it's not that I wanted the money back. I didn't want the money back. I just felt as if, stupid. I just felt stupid for falling for it. You know, like you feel as if you have been scammed. But it twanged my bloody heart. My heart was twanged because she was looking this trailer. She's still in it, by the way. She's still in it, and it's full of holes and stuff. But they must punch. And listen, in Jackson, you'll be triggered to F because they've got animals, and they're no good with their animals. They are not good. Their wee dog has got fleas or something. The wee dog scratching, and she's going, the dog's got allergies. No, the dog's infested with bloody fleas. Fleas, the dog's infested with. One of the cats had a terrible infection in its eye, right? Now, you seen when Mr. Mikey had an infection in his eye, I was absolutely skint at the time. And I managed to get him to the vet and have some help to get the funds together to take the dog to the vet to get his eye fixed. I would have sold anything in this house to get money to take my dog to the vet to get his eye fixed. Right now, this wee cat's been going about with pus and all that. I cannot believe this stuff, and she's still got a channel. And I'm not giving you her name or anything because I'm not sending any her way or anything. I'm not sending anything to her channel. But and for me to be someone that was like on her site. And she's got and see beautiful M that comes in, M. She knew M's address and blasted it out on the internet. Now, people send me stuff, right? Some people have sent me stuff and I've got your addresses. Well, I don't even keep your addresses, but I could have your addresses, right? And the last thing I would do, even if he's hated me, would blast your details out online because I know how dangerous it is. You know, remember last year with the stalker? In Jackson is disgusting, and the wee thing looks very thin to me. The dog looks very, very thin to me, you know, compared to my dogs. And my dogs are a lovely weight. When we took Mr. Mikey to the vet, the vet was happy with his weight. And don't forget, Mr. Mikey's like 16, nearly 17. Mr. Mikey's getting on years, and they were really happy with his weight and all the rest of it. The only thing is his nails. Mikey's got dead long nails. And he's just had his nails clipped, but they're still quite long. But that's the only thing with Mr. Mike. I mean, we're doing a good job as you know, pet owners. See, this is it. Drag queens are I think drag. Do you know? See, drag queens, they're artists. This is what people don't get. See, drag is an art. Not everybody can be a drag queen. People can, gentlemen or whatever, can put on like a dress and the brand and all the rest of it. But that doesn't mean it's drag, right? There's the difference between drag and being a transvestite. There's differences there. One is you just like to dress up in women's clothing, which there's nothing wrong with, right? And two is drag. Drag is an art. Drag is transforming yourself into a female form kind of thing, and doing the boobs and the cinched waist and the put padding on. It takes a drag queen hours and hours and hours to get herself ready, and I appreciate that. I think their arts. RuPaul's drag. RuPaul, he is just amazing, right? I love drag queens are amazing to me. and they're artists. That's what I think. And see, when it comes down to it, sexuality should have nothing to do with spirituality. And my thing, they're two different things. They're two different things. And people that are coming down and saying like that, God, oh, that's it, God doesn't love you. As I've mentioned, God doesn't make mistakes. God doesn't make mistakes. God makes you who you are and who you love. God does not make mistakes. So they can. Do you know what it is that gets me? They use the word to God for hate. Can you imagine Jesus or God and you're turning around and spewing absolute hate in his name? You're going to hell. I'm telling you right now, you're going to hell. That's where you're going for spewing that in his name. It drives me. Look, I was drove mental yesterday. I had to troll. They made me do it. And Jackson, I seen something like that, but here I think the same group of people were quite happy with the wee girls that were like 3 and 4 year old, that they were dolling up in makeup and high heel shoes and stuff. That's wrong to me. See that's wrong. See a wee girl or boy and you're dressing them up as an adult and parading them at a show. That is wrong to me. That's asking for it. That's what that is. That's like I can't say the word on YouTube, but one of the people that are really, really the dregs of the earth. That's their ideal thing, is to watch these kids going about with a full face of makeup, wee babies, full face of makeup and stuff like that. That's their absolute dream. That's what these guys like to do, take screenshots and pictures and stuff. That is terrible. But these people, that's fine for them. But God forbid that there's drag queens that stay in clubs for adults that kids don't see. I mean, and even at that, kids seeing a drag queen is nothing compared to that. See, the people like to pick and choose what they want to believe. That's what they do. But a lot of these people that are spewing how terrible it is to be gay and stuff like that, I'm questioning. Maybe there's a wee bit of them that's in the closet still. Do you know what I mean? Those who protest too much kind of thing. I'm thinking that. In fact, you know what I've done? I'm a terrible person, but I had to. See, as I was leaving that crazy woman that was like annoying me, I wrote in the chat, I swear to God, if Em was here, she'd say I wrote in the chat, oh, well then, I'm away to make sweet, sweet love with my girlfriend. I swear to God. And I think I had the rainbow flag again and stuff like that. I thought, have that then for my last work before I go off, because it was late last night. I was like, have that. I'm away to make sweet, sweet love. I didn't even know I wasn't. I thought, you know what, I'm putting that in. That's going in the chat. I'm a wicked person when it comes down to it. No, I will say sorry to God, because usually I am nice to everybody. I don't say anything empty. I'm never nasty. All the rest of it. But Jenny, I just thought this person needed to hear that. I was like, right, I'm away now. I'm away to make sweet, sweet love. And I was like, that's a bit of a bastard, isn't it? I've not got somebody here that makes sweet love with. Oh, well, I just need to date myself again. But these people, as I say, I've reported this channel. I have reported it for hate speech. It's the most. If you were to watch it, you would be disgusted in every way. And not only that, Rafi girl, do you know what else she does? She puts people's kids up on YouTube. She puts people's kids up. There's a lady, a beautiful lady. I mean, she's gorgeous. And she's a granny as well, right? She's a granny, but she looks really, really hot. Do you know what I mean? She's like a really hot granny, nice boobies and all the rest of it. And she's got a wee granddaughter. Now, she has a drink now and again like myself, but you'll never see me sitting here having a drink if I've got my grandson. It just will not happen, right? That's one thing I would never do. And she's the same. She wouldn't be sitting having a drink if she's got her granddaughter. But no, she's on going, she's a terrible granny. a terrible granny. She's drinking with the grandkid and all the rest of it. She doxes this woman. If you don't know what dox is, it's putting out all your information. Doxes this woman. And we know how terrible that is because of the lunatic last year. Remember? I had to go to the police twice. She needs removed, traffic girl, because something bad's going to happen. Something bad's going to happen to someone that she's going to... and it doesn't matter how good you are on YouTube, right? There's people that can't stand me, right? I'll be like, I can't stand her. Right? That's just the way it is. I mean, you're not everybody's cup of tea. I mean, we Joey the Otter, he bloody haters. Right? So you get these lunatics that are really, really crazy, like the guy I had last year, and that would do something stupid. I mean, it's I can't. That's why I can only spend a certain amount of time in the drama community, and then I've got to come out and watch people painting and stuff like that, you know, and funny people sliding on ice and things like that. Pets, funny pets. I watch that. That makes my soul a bit happier. But this, I couldn't turn away the other day because of the hate that was. I couldn't believe. And I'm going in. She's still online and she's still doing it. Anyway, I've reported her. Oh. I mean, that's the one, Rafi girl, that's the one thing I'll not have my... In fact, today I done my unboxing video in front of the fireplace, and I've got a picture of my grandson there when he was a wee tiny baby. He doesn't even look the same. But even at that, I took that picture down so nobody could see it. Because last year there was a guy that was going to come to my house to kill us all, you know, including the grandkid and all the rest of it, because I didn't want him romantically. So you get these crazy folk, and I would. Can you imagine if you were online and you were giving out somebody's bloody address and their kid's address and their kid's school, Rafi girl, their kid's school and stuff like that, and something was to happen? How are you going to? What would God think of you then? For the lady, if she's watching my channel, what would God think of you then? If something was to happen to these people, what would you think God would think of you that had gave out all their information? What would God say? I don't know what God would say, but do you know what the devil would be saying? Come in, come on in. It's nice and warm in here. And that's what the devil would be saying. That's where their soul's gone straight to bloody hell. Horrible, horrible, horrible. But it just shows you that these... do you know, I'm more amazed that these kind of people exist in this day and age. It's like going back into the old. See, I think we're progressing in life. We're with people, and sexuality and religion is completely two different things. They shouldn't be put together. They should not be put together, and God didn't put them together. That's just some wee guy that's been sitting writing in a book. That's not God's word. That's somebody else's word. I do believe in God, though. I do believe in God. But I believe he made everything, not just the world. Don't forget, back in the day, the world was meant to be the centre of the universe. Remember that? God was, the world was meant to be in the centre, but now with science and all the rest of it, that's proven not to be true. So you've got to take the science on as well as the religion part. There's people that give her money, open-minded. There's people that throw cash at this woman. And she's also like, see these channels that get money and stuff? You've got your PayPal link in the bloody description, lady. You've got your PayPal and you can't talk about people getting super chats or anything like that. If you've got your PayPal linked to your videos, how can you possibly criticise somebody else? How can she see? This is how I was going off on one. I was like, it's like I was talking about the blatantly obvious here. Let me just. She's sitting here going, these people that have got cash apps, PayPal, blah blah blah, this and that, all this money stuff like that. She's sitting with her PayPal. Look, lady, you're sitting with yours. Eh? What's happening? Lewis, my gorgeous Lewis, how are you? More like I am doing Good, Lewis. Thank you very much. How are you, Lewis? I hope you're doing good. Oh, Lewis, I seen that picture. Oh, it was you and the girl for Game of Thrones. How awesome. I loved Game of Thrones. Loved Game of Thrones. Me too, Rafi girl. I'm disappointed in mankind at times. I'm hoping when I become queen of the world, all this will stop. Well, I'll just start loving thy neighbour. How about that for the Bible? Love thy neighbour. How about that? And see this particular woman, by the way. She worked in a penitentiary, right, for criminals. And she ended up getting a leg out of one of them. She ended up, no, I think that's frowned upon. And allegedly she had been having intimate relationships with her sister-in-law. I'm pretty sure God's not going to like that either. How about that? And you're talking about gays and bisexuals and all the rest of it. How about that? I bet you a lot of the gays and bisexuals haven't done that kind of thing. I know I haven't. I know I've never done that. So, listen, I swear to God, I really do. Should I, geez, want to know the chat? Should I tell you the channel? Oh, yeah. All right, okay. Do you know what? Open-minded. Oh, should I send it to open-minded? I'm not wanting to get into trouble off of YouTube. Be giving you this woman's thing. See if you really want to know this woman's channel. You can get me on Facebook Messenger and I'll let you know. I'm not doing it on YouTube. I'm not doing it on YouTube. But I'll always let you know if he's getting in contact with me. But you'll be, the thing is, I don't want you going and being angry and stuff, and you will. I can guarantee you that you will go and you will be angry because it's diabolical is what it is. Lewis, so what do you, Macy, is that her name? What does she go by? What is it pronoun does she go by? Because I would hate to identify someone not in the right way. Like Sam Smith, I know Sam Smith. He's a them or a they or them. He thingies. So I would hate to do that. And if I did ever do that, it wouldn't be deliberate. It'd be something I wouldn't do again. But you're just that used to, especially in my time, male and female. That's all there was. But I understand that there's more than two genders. So open-minded because I felt so sorry for her. I felt so sorry. This was before the real her came out, you see. I felt really sorry for her because she had a thing for Corey Feldman, right? But all people, Corey Feldman should a thing about. And she'd be on and she stayed in this trailer and there's holes in the wall and stuff like that. And she's not got much in her house, right? And we all thought, we were on this particular channel, we all thought, you know, it'd be good. See if we all put in some money and got some money together. We could give it to her and she could either get a new trailer that's not got the holes in the walls and stuff like that, a down payment or whatever, or like an apartment, a flat or something, get her away for that place. That place is bad news, you know. So we all done it and we ended up raising $3,000 for her. And the money wasn't going directly to her at first. It was kept with someone else. And we were waiting on her going about to find somewhere and then the money could be transferred directly to the landlord or whatever. But it ended up, when she knew the money was there, she started to accuse everybody of stealing money for her. I've got this money, you're stealing this money from me. I've got $3,000 here and you're stealing this money. Eventually it got to the stage that everybody was fed up with that and just gave her the money. and she ended up just going away and spending the money on Christmas. And to this day, she'll go, but the people that were in charge of the fundraiser said it was okay for me to go and spend the money. But see, the people that donated, we didn't agree to that. That's not what we gave the money for. I mean, I didn't want the money back or nothing. I didn't want the money back. I just wanted to go to what we... Or see if I wasn't going, see for me, right, see if it was a fundraiser and eventually I thought, right, that's it, I've got all this money, but you know what, I'm not wanting to move. I would have come on and says, look, I don't want to move. I'll give you some money back via PayPal or whatever. I'll give the money back. No. She kept it and stuff, and she's still in the same trailer. So that's when my dislike for her kind of started. Although I still kind of went into her channel and was nice with her and stuff after it, because I still felt sorry. But see, the more she's been on YouTube, the worse she's getting. And now I've never seen even these people, the bro, oh God, even these people that are the religious fanatics that have things about dead soldiers and stuff like that. Them, she'd be good friends with them, because she's that's kind of thing that she likes as well. As she's still got was she and her. Thank you, Lewis, because I would hate to I would hate to misgender someone. Do you know what I don't? Do you know what I do have? Ladies are going to laugh at me probably. Do you know what I do have? A Nintendo Wii. I've still got the Nintendo Wii, and I sit here sometimes and play Mario Kart on the Nintendo Wii. That's what I've got. Open-minded, but we just we just felt sorry for it, and we thought we would do something good. It'd be something good that we could all do together. And well, it didn't turn out good. But it's just honest. It's see, when you watch her, it's like a bit of you dies inside, because you can't believe there's still people like that this day and age. You just can't believe that somebody, and even if they did have that feeling inside, to maybe not see, if you don't agree with it, you don't agree with it, but you don't need to spew the hate online. See, if that's what you believe, really believe, that you dislike people that are gay, bisexual, and all the rest of it, keep it to yourself. You don't blast it out online to hurt other people, because that's what you're doing. You're hurting other people. And we're hurting other people. See, I'm like, see, if she was in Scotland, it wouldn't be well for her. No, that I would do anything personally, but she wouldn't last very long here, because we love everybody here in Scotland, especially on a Saturday afternoon, guys. Be prepared for your Texas to blow up tonight. Yeah, it's the Wii. Oh, I've had the Wii for ages. I love it. Open-minded, it's horrible. And do you know what I dread? Like some teenager, like 20-year-old, that's just coming into their own identity, if you like, has to stumble across her channel and listen to that hate and stuff like that. It would be horrible. It would be horrible for somebody to come across that. But it's not right. It is not right. And I was there yesterday. I couldn't stand it, guys. And it's as I say, it's the first time in all these years I've been on YouTube that I've been like, I've had enough of this, and reported our channel, and I was going to it in the comment section. Oh, I love you, more open-minded. I love you all very, very much. I love you all, and you get the absolute me. I mean, there's no airs and graces for me, or any pretense or anything like that. I'm just who I am, and it's who I'll always be. See, this woman's, I think she's obsessed with money, even though obviously she's not got any money. And neither have I, by the way. I'm no bragging that I have or anything. But for some people, money is the main thing in their life. For me, it's never been like that. It's never been like that for me. And especially going through cancer. Listen, I've not even told you this. This woman told us that she had ALS a few years ago, that she had breast cancer, that she had lupus, she had all these diseases and stuff like that. I remember her standing outside the trailer going, I'm just waiting because they're going to come and get a ramp here for my wheelchair because I've got ALS and I'm going to need a wheelchair. And everybody said, oh, ALS, that's terrible. Oh, she's miraculous. She's not got ALS anymore. This is like 3 or 4 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago. Who does that kind of thing? That's bad karma. That is bad karma right there. I mean, nobody would pretend that they had all that kind of stuff. Whereas I actually did go through cancer and radiotherapy and chemotherapy and almost died and have receipts if anybody want. In fact, I've no boobies, my vein in my hand's dead, all this kind of stuff. So, you know, I've got things to back it up. This woman is nuts. Nuts. I tell you. She shouldn't be online. Oh, Lewis, you have a lovely day. Lewis is awesome. Lewis is what a lovely young gentleman Lewis is. But I couldn't no type. But I burst out laughing because I had no idea M was watching me for the shadows. M was in the shadows watching me going like that. I was going for it. I thought, well, here, this is it. So I did troll a bit, saying that her man had a wee semi when she was talking about all these like acts like Gays Day and stuff like that. I was like, well, you better keep your voice down. I think your man's getting a wee bit excited there in the background. See, people that are too thingy about the sex that's involved with gay people and stuff like that, that is a bit questionable for me. That's like, oh, aye. You're thinking about that a lot, aren't you? Oh, I'm open-minded. Thank you so much. And thank you for coming in. I'm getting off anyway now. But listen, I'm going to need to look up where I put this padlock in this bag and this thing and how I work that. Because I don't want to put it on the wrong place. Do you know what I mean? But I love my bag. Cannot believe it. The video shall be up in a few days anyway. Maybe tomorrow or maybe the next day it'll be up. But I'm absolutely loving my bag. It's an absolute peach. I'll be going about with it everywhere. I'll be going with it next time I go to Astronomy. I'll be swinging it about. So thank you to all of you for spending time with me. I don't know when I'm going to be back. I might never be back. No, I'm kidding on. I will be back. I don't know when I've got the wee fella next week, but whenever I've not got him, I'll be on. But if you need me at all, I'm on Facebook. You can get me on Facebook Messenger, whatever. If you want to know that crazy person's bloody channel, I'll let you know there, but not on YouTube because I'll get my hands smacked. So thank you all for coming in. I'm going to give you a big kissy now and have a lovely, lovely weekend. And I'll see you later. Bye, everyone.